I stopped there to see whatever kind of paint they had, and they had some acrylic paint. This is that Crafter's Closet, and these are acrylics, and I just chose these two colors because we're going to use these tonight. So this one is it's just brown, just plain old brown, which I don't even have in my stash anyway, so I'm going to need that. And light beige, another color I never ever use. So we're going to combine these together, and guess what? We're going to make some cookies. So let's go ahead and get started. These are the ones from yesterday. Remember, I took the picture. I showed you guys. We did these on the live. Look, you can't even see it when I get the color. When I get it so close, you can't even see the color. So we are just basically going to flip these guys around, and I'm going to paint them with this color. We're going to create our own color, and I want it to be kind of like the color of a cookie. I mean, it could be that if you make your cookies really, really light. And to be honest with you guys, I'm going to put this aside for a second. I could even have done it in like what I did on the gingerbread guy. I did like a shimmer brown. Or was that shimmer copper? I don't even remember. I could have painted them in like shimmer copper or something like that. But I decided that we'll just kind of, I'll show you how you can do it with actual paint, or you could use chalk paint as paint, chalk paste as paint if you wanted to. So you could use your shimmer copper. You could use camel. In the cart link that I included in the comments tonight, I did a different cart link with these, the transfer, and oh, I forgot to put a squeegee in there, you guys. I forgot to put a mini squeegee in there. But I also included the camel and a bright white for you guys, a little packet of white. Now remember, all that's 10% off right now through the end of November. I'm actually going to be using Shimmer Frost on mine. But we're going to go ahead and paint these. We're going to mix up a color, try to make our own paint color, and see what we can come up with. See if we can come up with the color of a cookie. But you could use lots of different colors. And again, you could either use real paint, chalk paint, or your chalk paste as paint. Okay? We're just going to use acrylic paint tonight. Yes, acrylic paint. Thank you for asking. That is a great question. Acrylic paint will be permanent. Chalk paint, I believe, like if you bought the Waverly, it would be permanent. So keep that in mind, but you always have the other side that you could change out. And remember with the chalk paste, I mean, it's going to be on there unless you want it to come off anyway. So, are good. So let's see if we can create our cookie color. Okay. I don't even have like a stir stick. So we're going to use the end of the paintbrush. And we're going to see if this makes the right color of cookie. You know, that perfect cookie. That perfect golden brown cookie, right? Yeah, I definitely need some more of a light color because that didn't do hardly anything. All right, we're going to go with this one, and I'm going to paint this one. I'm talking to you guys. And you know what? I'm hoping, you know what I need? I know what I'm going to use. I'm not going to use a paintbrush, you guys. This is going to take forever with a paintbrush. I am going to use a cosmetic sponge because I think I am. Let me see if that'll, oh, that might not work either. You might have to use a paintbrush. I didn't want to do more than one. That's not going to work. That smears it too much. Okay, use a paintbrush to get better coverage. There we go. You guys are going to learn from me, and I'm trying not to get it around the sides, but I'm probably going to because I'm so impatient. Trying to hurry it. Oh, I've already got it like down in there, and I don't want it on that side. I don't want it messing up my pretty side. Oh, I already am. Yo, gosh almighty. So you see what I'm doing? I'm just wiping it off that side before it gets too far. I need to slow down. It's okay. Slow down. Anyway, I need to check it out. I've got to go to the post office tomorrow, so I think I might take time to do that tomorrow. If you get paint on the other side, you can wipe it off. Just do it before it dries so it doesn't mess up your chalk side if you've already done that side. I was kind of going for I have in my stash of paint butternut because we've done that for making gingerbread before, but I didn't try to bust into my paint. I just decided I would buy. Yeah, I should have definitely done the cream and added a little brown. That would have given me like a golden color cookie, I guess. Like I said, though, you could use shimmer copper or you could use a copper color as well if you wanted. Anyway, I'm going to try to stop it there tomorrow, I think. And my friend who lives right around the corner, she is a crafter, and she texted me tonight and she goes, hey, you might want to know that the Dollar Tree that's right next to the Family Dollar has all of their Halloween surfaces and stuff. I have not been in that one. I've only been in the one right at the end of our development. So that's one coat. I think I'll probably have to do a second. So I'm gonna put it aside. Just making sure no more got out there on that side. I'm moving my colors, my pretty colors. She said that, not that I need any more, but she said they're like 75% off, I think is what she said. All their stuff. Yeah, it kind of looks like a gingerbread. You have one now? Oh, cool. Where's that? You have one of those Family Dollar Dollar Tree next to each other? Haven't been there. Yeah, I know. My sister and I did not get the same gene. She does not like shopping unless she's got someone going with her that she wants to shop, which is me usually. I love to shop. It's like a thrill of a hunt for me, I guess. Especially finding a bargain. But anyway, she's like, yeah, I got some stuff for like 33 cents. I'm like, oh gosh. Like I need anything else. Y'all, I have, as my movers would attest, I have so many boxes of just surfaces, but you never know what you might need. And you can repurpose all that stuff. It doesn't have to be for Halloween. You're looking at the base of it, Oh, at the oh, good. Okay, that makes sense. That'd be nice. Well, you got to get over there, girl. Tell me what it's like. Of course, you don't get over that way very often, I'm sure. Unless you have to. I can't imagine what you'd be going over there for. Now. So anyway, I'm assuming she meant the Dollar Tree had sales and not Family Dollar, but I don't know. I don't go in Family Dollars very often because they're harder to find. Now, Dollar General or a dime a dozen, you can find those nearly everywhere. Even on Sunday when hubby and I were driving around and we had to do some errands, he's like, man, there's a loose Dollar General down here. And I think what it is a lot of times in the smaller, towns, they don't have as many of the bigger stores. So the Dollar General can serve the community well. So I like it because I usually can find, I get a lot of I've gotten in the past, not so much anymore because it's hard to find on, like all natural kind of stuff, but cleaning products and, things like that you might need. Good. I think we're going to need 2. So remember, this is a chalkable surface. This white that you're seeing is like a chalkboard. And so it's not wood. It's not like absorbing my paint. It's kind of like laying on the top. So we're going to do 1 layer. And then, like I said, I think I'm going to have to do a second layer because I'm going to have a lot of brush strokes. But remember yesterday, this project, these transfer is super easy. But I just wanted to show you kind of how that looks too. And actually, I probably can even like take a picture of it on a plate because I know where I've opened up Christmas boxes. They were labeled kitchen because my Christmas, dish, all my mugs, glasses, and anything other than my big gingerbread decor was in my kitchen. So they got it packed up. But I've opened those boxes and found that. And I'm like, that's not what I need. I need like my everyday stuff. So I've still been discovering that. And again, some of the things that they combined, I'm like, really? Really? But I think I'm getting to the point, like in the beginning, I was like, you know what? I need to know where everything's going. But I also know that I have so much stuff. I don't know where, I'm going to have to be creative about where some things have homes. Until I can go through things more and decide, yep, that's a keeper. That's a no more. But I do have, I think I could probably find even a Christmas cookie platter to put these on and take a picture of. But I can hear TV all the way. I hope you guys can't hear it. That's the new thing now because we're all on one floor. I did shut the door, but the TV, it's just not far from me. And my husband likes to have it up loud. I don't know why. I keep telling him he needs to get it here and checked. Because I don't even usually have the TV on. And then I definitely don't need it as loud as he does. But I can hear it, so hopefully you guys can't. I hope it doesn't come through. But I have my earbuds in, so hopefully. I am doing StreamYard again, and I did do research after yesterday. I'm still going to keep doing StreamYard, I think, even on here. But I did do research yesterday and found out the reason why I could not stream it, because one of the main reasons I was getting into StreamYard, which is the service I'm using to do this through, to put it onto Facebook, was because I wanted to be able to put it here and on YouTube at the same time. But with the free version, which is what I'm using right now until I decide whether it makes financial sense for me to buy the paid version, which is not real expensive, but still, that to buy the paid version, I can only stream to one location at a time. So what I'm going to start doing is once a week, I am going to stream to YouTube, and I will let you guys know. And then I will, once I've done that, I will copy the link and bring it over here. Oh, yes, for sure. Good evening, Barb. How are you? Thanks for joining me again. Yeah, Kat, that is when you live with other people. Yeah. I mean, I've lived with other people always, but a lot of times when I'm going live during the day, he's not here, so it's not as big of an issue. And before, my craft room, even when all the kids were home or he was home, my craft room was upstairs. So I was pretty far away, about as far away as you can possibly get from where the TV was. So I didn't have to worry about it. That's okay. I'm not minding it at all. Okay, so we've got 4 of them done. Guys still hanging. Look at all this paint I'm going to have left over, y'all. Look at all this. I don't like watching. What did you say? On the smaller picture, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is small. I'm so sorry, you guys. What I think, so I almost flipped it today because I can turn it sideways and then the picture won't be as small. So what I may do, I just wanted to really get comfortable with StreamYard, but what I might do is the one day a week that I do it on StreamYard, I will do that for YouTube because that's the only way I can do it onto YouTube right now. And the rest of the time I'll just do it on my regular Facebook. I was trying to save myself a little bit of work, but I don't want to invest in the paid version yet. And like I said, I could flip the screen. You can't see what I'm doing. I am painting. So here's our snowflakes from yesterday. Okay, that's the blue one, so you can't ever see it. But I am painting it a color of a cookie. The backside, we are doing the color of a cookie. I apologize. Thank you for letting me have that feedback, though, you guys. That's important to me because I'm here for you. I mean, obviously, I am here to craft for me as well, but I'm here to show you guys. And if you can't see it well, then I need to know that. But I think what I'm going to do, since I'm not going to do the paid version right now, it would just save me time putting it at several different locations at the same time. That's why I was doing it. Oh, your office is in the basement. Oh, that's good. Good. Oh, no, you're not being rude. No. I'm thankful that you told me, Barb. I didn't take it as rude. I appreciate the feedback, honestly. I honestly do. I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. And I was the same way. So I did notice, so I flipped it before I came on to see, okay, if I flip it, then you guys can see a whole lot more. But guess what? You can see a whole lot more of my mess that's over here. If I had a cute background like I used to have in my other craft room and I had things organized, I wouldn't mind you guys seeing what was going on behind me. But right now, all of this right here is nothing but a disaster. And then there's boxes and there's, I don't even know what over there. So that's why I flipped it back. But that is good feedback for me. So when I do it on YouTube, I will definitely be streaming it through StreamYard. But I think until and unless, the other cool thing that can happen, you don't think it's bad, but it is small. Yeah, I know. I watched it. I watched my other one back from yesterday. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that is a little bit harder to see. With StreamYard, what's cool is eventually, once I get my desk and everything set up, I can give you 2 views. You miss your old craft room. I know. This one is going to be fabulous when I get it done. I know it's going to be fabulous because it's a great setup. But yeah, I'm sure you do, Kat. I'm sure you miss a lot of things about that, about your house. So the cool thing about StreamYard is that I can do it this way, right? And you can see me, but when I'm doing the project, I can have another device on a stand. Lord does. He does. All right. So now we're going to hit this a little bit with the dryer. Okay. Hopefully that's dry. So let's go back to this one. We're going to do another coat. So this is what we got so far. So can you see? I know that glare is so much, but I have it up high because it seems so dark. So we've got that color right now. It's not a bad color. Like I said, it looks kind of like whipped chocolate. Then there's the other side, our pretty side, and then we're doing our cookie side. We're going to make this cookie side. Okay, so this is looking a little better. It's still not quite the color I imagined, but this is probably what the color of my cookies would really be if I had to. You have to organize to go live. Hopefully you can try something this weekend. Oh, I hope your hand gets better, sweetie. I do. Thank you, Mary. Mary says, yes, it's 3 o'clock. That'll be great. That'll be great. No problem, Barb. Thanks for asking. Oh, Kat, I am hoping you get better by this weekend. I know you must be stressing a little bit, not being able to create, having your craft therapy to begin with, and then second of all, because you have orders. Good for you that you have orders, girl. I don't have any orders. Good for you. I am happy for you. So yeah, this Friday it'll be 3 o'clock Eastern time. And I got a little fun project. It's another chocolate tour project. And it's something I have all the supplies I needed for it. Thank you, Lord. It's not going to be anything new you saw me get tonight because I'll have to brainstorm on this, but it is kind of, it's a Christmas slash anytime. And it's also one of those double-sided projects that you could do more than one idea with. I'm going to show you one idea, but it is a double-sided type of project. It is also a reusable surface, and it's kind of cute and fun. I'm excited to try it. I've had them for a while, and I have not had a chance to do it. Okay, we're going to dry these guys. Hi, my daughter. My partners in crime. Okay, so that's good. Let me find my wax. I'm telling you as I'm at bare bones. I enjoy decorating. So, hey, Teresa, how are you, girl? All right, so see, I am like the bare bones there, but we can still get that stuff. We're just going to take the blow dryer and warm it up and make it kind of runny so that I can get it out and cover these guys. They're gonna have their own. They're gonna have all their ornaments because every year since they were born, they've got at least 1 or 2 ornaments, and now I got way too much wax, and I'm worried that it's gonna make it too much. So I'm gonna do it very lightly, because I want my transfer to. I want my chalk piece to stick. They're gonna each have their own ornaments this year, and we usually decorate our tree with all the ornaments. So they have their containers of ornaments that they've gotten for however many years of their life, and they've gotten at least 1 a year, if not more. And now they're going to be all taking those. And the reason I did that was for exactly this, like what's happening this year, so that they could have a good start to their own tree and putting their ornaments on, having ornaments to put on that were special to them. So right now I'm just using my surface wax, and I'm going over the paint this is acrylic paint, so this side's going to be permanent. Unless I figure out some way to sand it off and paint over it, like with white, this is going to be permanent. But that was exactly why they have their own ornaments. But it's just going to be weird, so I get to decorate it. Oh, my youngest son's, I'll probably, he'll have his, and he can put his on when he comes home. But the other 2 are in their own homes with their own people. Your kids wouldn't take them? They only took a few? Really, Lori? I didn't know that. So you're still putting them on your tree? I didn't know that, Lori. I just figured they did. Yeah, so they'll all have, because I know my daughter, she's like, Mom, can you please make sure you know where those are so you can bring them to me at Thanksgiving? I said, yeah, sure. But so I'll get to decorate it. I mean, with 3 kids and you multiply, by the number of years they are, and even if they only got 1 every year, it's still a lot of ornaments to put on a tree. So I've put less and less and less of my own ornaments on there over the years. So it's not like I don't have some already. Oh, they put them on when they come. See, that's sweet. That's good. And that's what, mine would do when they would come home too. Well, obviously my oldest son was already there. And then I have my grandsons, his 2. I'll probably, I don't know. I'm going to have to think it through. I'm going to have to ask them what they want to do, because what we usually did was when we got the tree, I would give them each their ornament for that year then. And then they would put it on the tree as we started decorating it. And, I don't know, this year I might wait until they come home for Christmas and then they can get their ornament. And then they'll just have that to look forward to next year. I don't know. I'll ask them what they want to do, because we also do Christmas pajamas, and I usually give them those at Thanksgiving. And as of right now, we're supposed to see all of them. So we'll see everybody at Thanksgiving. So I don't know how many more years we'll have that, but so we'll see. Your daughter moved out. She took her special ornaments. Oh, yeah. And you've had since yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so you have a good combination too, Barb. Yeah, we'll see. All right, guys, so I'm just buffing it. I just want to make sure that it doesn't have too much on there. So this part's going to be super easy, especially since today we don't have to figure out which one goes on which side. Remember how yesterday I was like, oh, I don't know which one of these designs goes on which one. So for today, I am going to, I think I'm still going to fuzz it. I think I'm still going to fuzz them, but let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to use shimmer frost with all of them because I want it to look like a cookie. You could also, two things. One, you could just use plain white, which is what I put in the cart link, just plain white. I was like, you know what? I asked them, I'm like, guys, how do you feel about getting them on Thanksgiving instead? That way you can wear them throughout the whole Christmas season. So that's what we do now. They get their Christmas PJs on Thanksgiving. You know, it was different when they were little kids. It was the present they got to open on Christmas Eve. You always knew you were getting pajamas. It was so fun, you know. So, you know, you change with the times. They grow up and they get older and you just figure out what works then, right? Times change, seasons change, things change. Okay, so wait till you guys see. Here's my other idea. Now I have this somewhere packed away. What would also be fun on this? So we're just using shimmer frost. I don't think you can see the shimmer part. Don't know if you can see the shimmer part. Trust me, it's a shimmer. Promise I'll show you guys in the picture. But look, can you see? So it's going to look like these fancy, like I am like the best cookie maker. But I could just put these out on a plate or on a tiered tray. I mean, technically, you could make a garland out of this as well, especially if you were doing like a gingerbread theme. Oh, and I got ready to tell you guys about that, and then I got off topic about something else with gingerbread. So you could also make a garland with this and put it in your kitchen. You know, if you got a gingerbread theme or wherever you're going to have a gingerbread theme, you could do that as well. But if not, it just looks like really cool cookies. But here's my other idea. Mine's packed away, so I'm not going to be able to do it right now. Maybe later, because I think it would look cool, and I don't want to buy another one because I know I have two as it is. But you could also take, are you ready? Here's the fun part, right? Here's the fun part. Check it out. And now we have a beautifully decorated cookie that I could never do. I would never have the patience to do myself. Okay, put that guy aside. Oh, I need to grab where's my, oh, here it is. I'll just put it here. I'll just put it right there. You could take the puffy paint that comes, you can get puffy paint. Trust me, I don't remember what it's called. I think Tulip makes it. You can make puffy paint, and you could go, after this dried, you could go over all of that, and it would make it look like it was raised like real icing. Isn't it cool? Isn't it cool, Lori? Which one do you think you would do, Lori? That is not that one. All right. Let's go on the next one. But yes, I mean, even with slippers, I need something that has some support because I don't sit down very much. Sometimes I don't even sit down to eat, but my sister, you will be proud of me. I actually had 3 meals today. 3 meals today. That's unusual for me, and I did it. And I tell you guys, it's so hard because it's so nice outside. I would just love to go sit out in the sun because I didn't get to do that very much this summer. And it's perfect temperature out there now. You don't really sweat. And I would rather be sitting out in the sun. And I'm being disciplined. I'm staying inside and unboxing, putting away stuff. And if you do like a tiered tray or something, these would be fun on there too. You know, you could do one side like I did on the other way, so it's nice and wintry and frosty and, you know, looking like you know, a colorful winter. And you could do this, the other side like I'm doing. Y'all know more about me than you need to, but so isn't that cute though, you guys? That one you can't see as much because it's you set these cookies over here, but yeah, that is exactly right. So you like both of them, Lori? So, but you can do both if you had them, right? And you're right, yeah, exactly. The cookie side for Christmas and the colorful side for winter is exactly what I was going to say, Lori. Exactly. You can flip them right around. You can do that side. So like I said, this one is done. I'm doing it in shimmer silver. Shimmer frost, not silver, sorry. You could certainly do it in just the plain white, and you could get that puffy paint and go over it, and that's what I'm going to do when I find it. In the meantime, they're still going to look fabulous because they got a little glisten. If you don't want little glisten, then you just use regular white. But you guys know me, I like my shimmer. I don't know, y'all. Better get our stuff straight. I'm telling you right now. All kinds of stuff happening. All right. what do we got here? We're on the next to last one, you guys. Now, obviously, if you're doing this, it wouldn't take you that long to do. I mean, you know, some of it's because I'm talking and talking, but to me, I'd rather do that. It's not about how fast I can get it done. I am not the world's fastest crafter, you guys. I'm a little bit slow. I take a little longer than some people because I like to talk or explain or show instead of just do. But to me, crafting is not only therapy for me, it gives me a creative outlet, but it also is a social thing for me. So look, next to last one. Okay. It'll be fun. But yes, we used to have the best time. And to me, that's why my motto is it's much more fun to craft with friends because, you know, you can inspire each other, can encourage each other. It's just a good time. And hopefully you walk away with something that you've created. At least a little something. They look like fancy cookies. I love it. Okay. Isn't it awesome? You guys, I hope you guys are glad I showed you this. I just was like, you know what? We got to make that. That would be so cool. So speaking of gingerbread, so I told you these would be cool, you know, if you're doing a gingerbread theme or, you know, if you wanted just in your kitchen for Christmas cookies, right? Here, so y'all can see them better. Be careful because that one's wet. So speaking of gingerbread, I told you guys I have all this gingerbread stuff for my kitchen. Well, this year I want to create a couple other things that are in pastel, like a pastel-y kind of gingerbread. Won't that be pretty? So one thing that I'm hoping I get to is our birdhouse kit. We have a birdhouse kit. Look at them. They look like I made some really cool and fancy cookies. I better be careful. My husband might try to eat one. He is a cookie monster for sure. He's one of the official cookie testers for sure. I want to do some pastel gingerbread stuff for my kitchen. So we have a birdhouse that we sell that is chalkable. So that means when I say it's chalkable, what it means is it's a chalkable surface. It can be changed. It can be reused. And I want to try to do that sometime before Christmas in a pastel color. Wouldn't that be cool? I'm going to do a pastel one and I want to try it with that birdhouse and make it into like a gingerbread, but make it also like pastel colors. So stay tuned. At some point when I find that, it's in one of these boxes. I definitely want to do that sometime before Christmas as well. But this is the project for today, you guys. I hope you like it. So we've got our winter theme on this side and we've got our cookie theme on this side. And remember this is permanent because I used real paint. I used acrylic paint. So this is permanent. Now, this is going to be fine just like this. But if for some reason you wanted to, you could on either side. This side, you could take it right off and you could change it into a different color next year if you wanted. I think the chalk paste would come off of this if you wanted to do that, but your paint's going to be on here forever, okay? Because I did it in paint. And that one, I messed up a little bit. Must have not pressed it down enough. But I can go back. So I want to show you guys this because I like to show you guys even how to fix mistakes because we make mistakes. Even in crafting, obviously we make mistakes. So can you see in that one where at the top, it's not as clear? It's kind of smudged. I must not have pressed it down enough on the transfer when I put it on there. So right here, it's really too much. So what I will do is once this is dried, I can take a tool. I don't even have that tool. I can't believe I packed that. I cannot believe I packed it. But I would take I would take a little tool, take something really gently and scrape away. I have to do it with something with soft so I don't try to scrape all the way down to my paint. But I would just scrape away that little section. And if you caught it when it was wet, you could probably even take like a wet toothpick or Q-tip and just try to make that a little bit more clear. So you can fix that. If it doesn't bother you, just leave it. Don't worry about it. If I did this now and I packed it away and next year I took it out and I decided I wanted to do something different in a different color, I would do the exact same thing as if I did it next week. All you do to change your chalk paste on a chalkboard or chalkable surface, a reusable surface like this or glass or metal, things like that, is you would just spray water on it. Let the water sit for just like a minute or two. And basically you're just reconstituting the chalk. You're making the chalk soft again or wet again. And then once you're done, you would just scrape it. Now use a Pampered Chef scraper, use our chalkable, I have one in my chalk shop. They even have methodology, but that's the same way you would do it to change it out. And you could do that at any time. It doesn't matter. It's not like, oh, it's been on there a year, so now it's permanent. It won't, it's chalk. It's still just wet. It's just dry chalk paste. So it will come off if you want it to. I hope that was a great question, and I hope I answered that okay. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. And I hope that this project inspired you or entertained you or just encouraged you or gave you some idea um, of something cool that you could try. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to ask in comments, even. And until then, you guys, be safe, be healthy, and be blessed. Bye.